From disappointment to strategy, Charles Leclerc's fight for grip at the Japanese GP. Welcome to the analysis of the thrilling saga that unfurled at Suzuka. Imagine this: you are one of the promising drivers for a legendary F1 team. But suddenly, you are hitting the brakes on your success trajectory. Charles Leclerc, whose car seemed glued to the tarmac just a week ago, now couldn't hold its grip, placing him a disappointing 10th at the Japanese Grand Prix. In a moment, we will take you on a journey to deep dive into the mystery of Leclerc's performance, the unexpected hurdles that came his way on the course, and the strategic moves Ferrari can make to spring back. So hold on to your seat and rev up your engines, because this is not just about a race, but the making of a champion. This is From Disappointment to Strategy, Charles Leclerc's fight for grip at the Japanese GP, and you won't want to miss it. Charles Leclerc's post-qualifying demeanor at the Japanese Grand Prix painted a picture of utter bewilderment. Leclerc couldn't hide his disappointment despite finishing a mere 10th behind his Ferrari teammate Carlos Sainz. The context made it even more frustrating. Ferrari showcased a strong car in Melbourne a week prior, potentially exceeding Red Bull's pace. Here in Suzuka, however, things were drastically different. "I've just been slow," Leclerc bluntly stated. Acknowledging the undeniable truth in the qualifying times, he elaborated on the peculiarity of the situation. "Sometimes you finish your qualifying and you are like, okay, I didn't do that well, or didn't do this corner well, or I made a mistake. But after qualifying like this, I've got to look at the data because the feeling was quite good, but the pace was extremely slow." The significant time gap between him and the front runners was undeniable. Leclerc felt a staggering second of the pace during the initial runs in Q1, substantial deficit compared to Sainz. This forced him to use additional tires just to secure a spot in Q2. This strategic decision would have consequences later. Diving into the mystery of the missing grip, it is evident that the blame game on tire preparation has arisen. Leclerc's initial suspicions revolve around Ferrari's tire preparation strategy. The team's strength traditionally lies in their cars performing well on longer runs. However, Leclerc felt a lack of grip significantly hampered his qualifying performance. "We were so slow. In Q1, I thought I had done an acceptable lap time, but then I was a second off. There is something strange," Leclerc remarked, emphasizing the unusual nature of the situation. While the gap to Sainz wasn't significant, the bigger picture painted a concerning narrative. This was not an isolated incident. Leclerc hinted at similar struggles earlier in the season. Weaving these elements together harkens to an intra-team comparison that tells a story of divergent fortunes. When Leclerc grappled with the enigma of insufficient grip, Sainz appeared to traverse the qualifying terrain with relative success, securing a P4 start. Yet, upon closer examination, we can discern that the picture was unclear. Despite Leclerc's woes, Ferrari did manage to secure 2 cars within the top 10. On the other hand, Sainz seemed to have navigated the qualifying session with more success, starting 4th on the grid. However, a closer look reveals a slightly different story. While Leclerc managed to salvage a somewhat respectable position considering the circumstances, the missed opportunity in Q1 due to the extra tire usage loomed large. He was limited to a single run in Q3, depriving him of a crucial slighter lap to refine his approach before the final push. What do you think Ferrari could have done differently in their strategy to enhance Leclerc's performance at Suzuka? Do you believe this was a singular misstep or a sign of deeper issues within the team's approach to qualifying sessions? Share your thoughts in the comments below and join the debate. As we delve deeper into the scenario, we may ponder whether Suzuka has emerged as a specific challenge for Ferrari, a circuit one might consider their bogey track. Despite what appeared to be a setback, the team's less than stellar performance might reflect certain nuances unique to the track rather than a step backward in overall capability. A superficial analysis might lead one to believe Ferrari took a significant step back at Suzuka. After all, even their best showing placed them over 4/10 of a second behind Verstappen, who wasn't entirely comfortable with his pole lap. However, factors beyond pure car performance come into play. The unique characteristics of the Suzuka track and the gap Ferrari faced there the previous year. Leclerc was the leading Ferrari but still 0.665 seconds behind Verstappen paint a different picture. Sainz offered a more nuanced take, suggesting Suzuka might be a bit of anomaly for Ferrari. I think we said it coming into the weekend. If you look at last year, I was 1 second off pole here. This year, I am half a second more or less, he explained. I think the step and progress are there, but this is probably a bit of boogie track in terms of pure performance. It is clear that this sort of long high-speed corner is where Red Bull and McLaren are a step ahead of us. Despite the perplexing qualifying performance, Ferrari's proficiency in longer runs grants them a glimmer of hope for a stronger showing when it matters most on race day. This aspect of their performance did not go unnoticed by the Red Bull team, with Helmut Marko, as reported by Sky Germany, acknowledging a sense of relief at Leclerc's lower than expected qualifying position. Sainz, however, remained realistic about their chances for victory. A win is out of reach, he conceded. He acknowledged Red Bull's tendency to mask their true pace during practice sessions. We always run really slow on Fridays, so it looks like we are going to beat them on Sunday, and then we are 20 seconds off. They sandbag on the long runs because they know it is their strength. While a win might be a stretch, Sainz remained optimistic about potentially closing the gap to fellow second-row starter Lando Norris. Thus, Leclerc finds himself embroiled in a race against time, facing the arduous task of navigating from the 8th spot on the grid upward in a circuit known for its overtaking challenges. Overtaking at Suzuka is notoriously difficult, making Leclerc's task of climbing from 8 on the grid a significant challenge. However, the positive signs from Ferrari's long-run pace offered a glimmer of hope. Our car is always better on Sunday compared to Saturday, at least this year, so this is a good thing, Leclerc expressed with cautious optimism. He acknowledged the inherent difficulty, but it is a difficult track to overtake on, so we will have to do a good start, and then hopefully we can use the car to come back. Peering into the Ferrari's team's dynamics, strategy deliberations and a palpable confidence in comeback capabilities were at the forefront. Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur corroborated Leclerc's hopeful outlook, punctuating it with a firm belief in his driver's prowess and the car's reliability over long distances. Charles has a pace to come back, Vasseur asserted, spotlighting the team's adeptness in race conditions that often pivot on tire management, as showcased during practice runs at Suzuka. His overview encapsulated an immediate strategy and a broader perspective. The season is long, and I am not worried about the situation. While Ferrari's underlying strategy and collective confidence offer an optimistic perspective, the ultimate verdict remains unwritten. The question in the air is, can Ferrari salvage their weekend despite the qualifying challenges? The circumstance put Leclerc in an anticipated grid spot due to a surprising lack of traction, whereas Sainz found his footing in a commendable starting position. Ferrari's promising pace over long runs hints at the potential for recovery. However, Red Bull's tactical plays and Suzuka's inherent nature, which resists overtaking, complicate the plot further. As the team aligns for the upcoming race, the unfolding scenario at Suzuka provides Ferrari with a crucial learning opportunity, pointing toward areas ripe for improvement. Despite the immediate challenges, this weekend's experience, especially the difficulties faced by Leclerc due to unexpected traction issues, underscores the importance of delving deeper into tire preparation strategies. The insights gained here are vital, paving the way for enhancement that could shape Ferrari's future performances. The Japanese Grand Prix qualifying session presented a mixed bag for Ferrari. While Sainz secured a promising starting position, Leclerc's unexpected lack of pace cast a shadow. However, Ferrari's strong long-run pace offers a reason for cautious optimism. The key will be for Leclerc to make a good start, leverage the car's capabilities, and navigate the challenges of overtaking on a track like Suzuka. Ultimately, the race will be the ultimate test, revealing whether Ferrari can overcome the qualifying gremlins and salvage a decent result. And there you have it, the end of our thrilling ride at the Japanese Grand Prix with Charles Leclerc and Ferrari's quest for grip and glory. What started as a tale of struggle has transformed into a narrative full of potential and strategic foresight. As we look ahead to the race, the question remains, can Leclerc climb the grid and defy the odds at Suzuka? Stay tuned as we continue to follow this saga and more from the world of Formula One. And remember, for all the latest analysis, insights, and updates straight from the fast lane, don't forget to subscribe to F1 for You. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, keep your passion for racing at full throttle.